have been around for centuries, but their large-scale manufacturing only began in the 1900s. Today, buildings, boats, automobiles, planes, appliances, furniture, and almost everything is covered in paint. Technology has now enabled this modest product to not only decorate and protect, but also to cool our environment. Paints are primarily made of four primary components: pigments, binder, solvent, and additives. Pigments are what lend color to paints. The binder holds the paint together and binds it onto a surface. The solvent is used to disperse the different components, and additives are used to give a variety of performance features to the paint.
Paint has got a substantial amount of pigments, and most of those pigments are from a base chemical called titanium dioxide, which is extracted from the earth. It has got solvents, which are typically petrochemical based. Then it's got a range of additives and extenders. So all these things put together in a very, simplistically speaking, in one big mixie, is what creates paints.
Paints are a type of mixture called colloid. In a colloid, particles of one substance are mixed and dispersed equally with those of another. Through the dispersion process, the pigment and binder are blended with the solvent, then sent to the mixer where more enhancers and additives are added. During the mixing process, samples are taken to check the quality of the products.
Empty buckets are first rolled vertically so that the paint can be pumped into them. These empty paint buckets come pre-sleeved from a nearby sleeving facility to reduce transportation costs. The finished paint product is then pumped into the buckets. As the buckets line up, a machine places lids on the filled buckets and a second machine presses on the lids to seal them. Once the sealed buckets of paint are ready, they are stacked into boxes and the machine prints the batch numbers on them. Depending on the size of the bucket, a prefixed number are then stacked, wrapped and sent to the final dispatch warehouse.
You get colors, you get smoothness, you get special properties like moisture, like seepage control, you get special properties like bacterial attack resistance, fungus such as attack resistance, and now with innovative products like Weathershield Sun Reflect, you get very special properties like sun reflectance, reflecting back infrared rays.
The very basic essence of paints is the expansive spectrum of colors they offer. It is this very quality that makes paints an intimate and personal product.
Paint delivers something which is extremely essential for my emotional well-being, that's color. Because paint and color are essentially intertwined, right? And that's where, paint starts hitting you emotionally.
Cool paints use the color lock technology to make sure that buildings remain bright and beautiful for years. It helps in cooling the interior of buildings and keeps the exterior looking fresh. The paint color looks richer and lasts year after year, weathering even the most challenging environments.
In the Sun Reflect proposition, what is done is the color or the pigments or the whole entire system is worked in such a way that we use the raw materials to lock the system so that the color doesn't fade.
Color consultants and marketers study the latest trends in fashion and the textile industry to constantly provide customers with a fresh palette of colors.
After having a whole year study, we come up with a new palette called Color Futures every year.
Paint manufacturing has come a long way. Today, new and efficient machines have reduced the manufacturing cycle from 16 hours to 3 hours. Not only are processes more eco-friendly, but technology is enabling paints to possess eco-friendly functionalities.
When it comes to active functionality, which is what technologies like Cool Roof or Cool Paint deliver to you, Because active functionality is something which is protecting you protecting something which is beyond just the paint film, right? Because it's not just protecting the paint film from becoming ugly, okay? It actually takes the functionality to the next level, and it actually starts protecting the structure of the building, okay, or the people living inside the building.
What more can paints do for us? The Cool Paints revolution is a glimpse into the potential and future of paint technology.